Hey guys, John Engel here, and today we're going to talk about the Humvee, my favorite quarantine vehicle. And if you watched my last video, I had a lot of requests to give more information about it. Well, actually one person asked. So anyway, let's get started. So I have to be completely honest, I absolutely love this vehicle. I love the look of it, I love everything about it, but it's not the most practical. There's no AC, it's very loud, it drives like a tank. But I will tell you, during a quarantine, people move out of the way for this thing. I don't know if they think that it's a military vehicle or if you're some sort of hired assassin, but I will tell you, this is the greatest quarantine vehicle. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about this vehicle is something that most cars can't do. A few Jeeps can, but let me show you. Watch how easy this is. That's right, the doors come off. Now, Jeeps have always done this, but with a vehicle like this with no AC, you want the doors off. And as we're starting to get into 80s and 90s, this is how I'm gonna start driving this vehicle around. So let me go ahead and get all of these doors off real quick, which only takes a few seconds. Okay, how cool is that? I absolutely love this, and when I'm going to the pool this summer, well, we're probably not doing that. If I go to the mall, yeah, if I'm gonna raid my next door neighbor's supplies, this is the vehicle. This is so cool. Let me show you a few things that I've done to it to make it a little bit easier on me. Alright guys, the first thing that I mentioned earlier is there is no radio, so I bought a Bluetooth headphone and then I've got an AM/FM headphone, that way in case I have a passenger. It is loud in here, so talking, as long as you're at low speeds, is fine, but when I'm by myself, I use the Bluetooth. I was using these, they're both really good, but I suggest that if you get one of these, to have something like a headphone set really makes a big difference. The next thing that I know, and while we're up here, the batteries are actually under here. There's two batteries, two 12-volt batteries that make 24 volts, and I added, out of the port in the back here, an extension for a charger, and I bought the Banshee car maintainer charger, but not a battery T ender, because I can't say the whole word together. But this is a 24 volt automatic. It obviously will do 12 as well, so it makes it really nice. It's a good unit. I bought this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below, but it makes it so that I can take care of this vehicle or any other vehicle if I wanted to, but being 24 volts, I had to have a bigger maintainer. Alright guys, I'm going to give you a quick tour about the Humvee. Now, this vehicle is super sophisticated and very hard to drive. So I'm going to show you everything you need to know about a Humvee. The first thing is this. Well, there's really nothing. There's a gas pedal, and then there's a brake. That's what you need to know. That is over there. That's for your highlights, so that you can put on your brights. Most people don't know that, but that's back in the day. That's where they used to put them. Basically, the gauges are super simple. You've got oil pressure, temperature, volts, speed, and your fuel. Now, my fuel gauge is not working right now, but I'll have to have that fixed. And the nice thing about this is super easy to work on. One of the things that sold me on this vehicle was that somebody went ahead and painted the whole inside. They rhino lined what is like a bed, and everything was just so nice on this vehicle. It's almost like a civilian meets the military. Love these seats. Everything about this one was exactly what I wanted. I love the color on it, and I wanted to have the truck bed in the back, which is also rhino lined and coated. I wanted to make sure that if I needed to do anything, take trash out or put something in the back, I was able to do that. The wheels that they put on the XDs, I just think that they go really well, especially with the polished rivets and the black wheels. Kind of make that military stance that I was looking for on this. Ultimately, this is exactly what I wanted. The only thing that I think I'm still going to do is probably build some sort of console to go in there, because I do want some cup holders and I might want some electronic equipment. I was originally going to put a radio system in here, but I don't really think that it's worth it. I've got the headsets, those are what I use. Everything else on this should stay pretty much military. It's just a great vehicle for having fun, and now with the doors off, I don't need AC. I think the first thing that we should do is take her for a little drive. Now, when I bought this vehicle, the person that I bought it from said it is not a daily driver. And after having it for a little while, I kind of understand what they mean. It's really not practical. However, I truly think that you could use this as a daily driver if you want it. It is diesel, so you have glow plugs, have to turn the lights on to make sure those are gonna work. Starts up every time like a charm. It feels weird with the doors off. I'm gonna tell you, this is the first time I've driven it with the doors off. I've had a Jeep before and driven with the doors off, but for some reason I feel like I'm gonna fall out. I don't know why. This is awesome. Yes, I know I'm driving through my grass. All right, I'm not gonna lie, this is freaking awesome. I am loving the doors off. I am getting so much breeze in here. It's nice and cool. I love this thing. I have to say that I like my Hummer more than I like my Ferrari. It's just a vehicle that you can take out, you can use. If it gets a scratch on it, who cares? It's loud, obnoxious, it's a big diesel. It's everything that shouldn't make for a fun vehicle, but makes it absolutely the best. I don't think that I would use this as my daily driver just because there are creature comforts that I like. I like having cup holders and a radio and AC. But like today, I had to go run to the parts store to pick up some stuff. This is the perfect vehicle for that. I'm just having fun, relaxing. There's beautiful air out. It's 70 degrees. I don't know. I've got a big smile on my face because I love this vehicle. If you've never driven one, you're probably not missing a whole lot. It drives like a truck. It's not really the experience of driving it. It's what it is. It's a big military toy. But as a kid, I always liked playing Army. And there's, other than buying a tank, which I'm not saying I won't do because I want one, this is probably as close to getting a military vehicle as I'm going to get. I mean, hell, it is a military vehicle. It is done up a little bit nicer, but I love it. I think that this is perfect for me. I can't wait for my daughter to get a little older and I can drop her off to school in this. I am sure that the PTO moms are going to love me. And by love me, I mean hate me. Well, I think there'll be a few that'll love me. And why? I still have all my hair. Oh, this thing is awesome. So driving around town, I absolutely love watching the reactions of people. Young kids think this is the best thing ever. Adults seem to absolutely hate it. And it might be that it's the military thing. Jeep guys kind of respect it. They actually give me the Jeep wave just like I'm driving a Jeep. So that's kind of cool. I guess the big question is, do you need a Humvee? Absolutely not. Should you buy a Humvee? Absolutely. As I was going down the road, I was just thinking, if I had bought the Hummer H1 Civilian, would the doors come off? I'm sure that they probably do, but not nearly as easy as this. I would not want that. Having this open is the best! Yes! So this is the cool thing about having the Humvee. Over where I live, we have some areas that are kind of off-road. I mean, it's nothing that you couldn't take just a normal truck, but I definitely wouldn't be taking the Ferrari or the Viper out here. But it's so beautiful. Check out the scenery behind me with the lake and everything, and I can just come up here and drive around. I mean, this is what this vehicle is meant for. I wasn't expecting to go all out and do all of this today, but it's actually turned out to be a fun little adventure and just trying to figure out what I have up here. We've got a riding area over to my right. It's kind of neat to actually see what we have in my community. Who would have known? And going off-road in a Humvee is always fun, come on. I know I didn't do anything treacherous, but it's been a good day. Well guys, hopefully you liked this video. A little bit more information about my Humvee. I know that the very first video I put out from the Hummer and Humvee guys, I got a lot of hell because I put Hummer in the title. I do that for keywords. Yes, I know this is military, this is not the civilian H1. If it was the H1, I'd have a really better interior in there. Even though for the military version, this one's pretty nice. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share. We'll catch you next time.